Okay, let's go. Roger that.
Roger that. said I'm looking for you. Thicky foreign. She's a pretty foreign. And she know I wanna. Yeah, she know I'm looking for. She's a thicky foreign. Thicky ebony, but she looking for. No matter the place she going. Slam dunk in the pussy, I'm scoring. Slam dunk in the pussy, I'm scoring. She's a thicky foreign. Thicky foreign. Ebony, she looking for it. But she looking for it. No matter the place she going. Slam dunk in the pussy, I'm scoring. Slam dunk in the pussy, I'm scoring. Oh, you thicky, huh? Look how you moving, damn, you pretty, ma. You know I like them thick and pretty, huh? Rose stars, ass, curves, and titties, huh? Baby, you looking like a cinnabon. Baby, know you thicker than a honey bun. Walk on and give me some. Baby, you know I like them thicker buns. But you know I like that thicky shit. Come on, sit up on this thicky dick. About to get up in that thicky split. Ooh, thicky, like that thicky dick. She's a thicky foreign. Thicky ebony, but she looking for it. No matter the place she going. Slam dunk in the pussy, I'm scoring. Slam dunk in the pussy, I'm scoring. She's a thicky foreign. Thicky foreign. Ebony, she looking for it. But she looking for it. No matter the place she going. Slam dunk in the pussy, I'm scoring. Slam dunk in the pussy, I'm scoring. Yeah. New York, what the fuck is up, nigga? Brooklyn, we in this bitch, nigga. Been here, nigga. Yeah, one Brooklyn on this shit, man. Yeah, let's do this shit. I ain't tryna do too much, I'm just tryna chill. I'm just tryna roll a fatty, Netflix and chill. This baddie on my body heavy, are you on a pill? I'm like, fuck it, I'ma bust it, is this even real? I had a dream, fuck you mean, Martin Luther King. I'm in the city with a blicky and it got a beam. Looking like a sweet lick till I pop you, king. We the Nets, we the Jets, bitch, you see the team. Metro card, I'm from the city, we be getting litty. 4 Giados for my bottles and a bunch of blickies. A lot of bloods, a lot of crips, bitch, we from the city.
And we're live.
Yo.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Back again for another episode of the Effin' Podcast.
Imagine that.
I am your host, B.D.U.B.
I am your co-host, Kelli Jo.
Budha.
And as you can see, we are short one person tonight. My man Branson is not in the building. Hopefully, he may be able to join us later, but we aren't holding our breath. So,
Branson bald.
yes, we want to start and give our usual shout-outs to the normal folk we do, Eighth and Fancy.
What's
Shout out to you,
happening?
boo.
In the building, Dank Drinks,
Shout out to
still
you.
making the dankest of all drinks. And shout out to the local plug.
Shout out to
goody?
you.
Now you supposed to be linking up.
Yes, there's an event at Doja Vineyard.
Okay.
420 event. So I'll be there with them next weekend.
420 event, always good. I think 420 personally is whack. Just as somebody who indulges on a consistent basis, I really think 420 is for people who don't smoke weed.
It
And
is
this
a
is
propaganda type of holiday.
yeah. I remember
420 for some people.
it's the over commercialization of 420 that's kind of ruined it. But
Yeah.
you know, I'm not hating. I do feel like for the people that don't indulge, go crazy on 420. Make sure you go out to where? Where is it at? The Vineyard?
I can't pronounce where it's at exactly because I'm country and I ain't never heard of it before.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Okay.
Doja Vineyards.
what she said.
Look it
Doja
up.
Vineyards.
Look it up. It's not too far from here. Nice
Is it in
little
Wake
wooded
County?
area. It is in, no, it's not in Wake County.
It's not in Wake County.
It's out Rocky Mount area.
Okay.
That way.
Oh, near the mountains? No. Rocky Mount ain't the mountains.
No.
The Rocky Mountains where you get shot the fuck up.
I mean, you can
I
shut the
believe.
fuck up anywhere.
Yeah.
Look it up, y'all. You know.
Yeah, but go
Don't
out.
take my word for it, because
Yeah,
I
but
just
it's
don't
near
believe it.
Rocky Mount, so y'all will be safe if you decide to go out there and indulge.
Yes.
So we got our proper shout outs out. Have y'all been having a good week?
The week has been very nice. It's been very interesting. I'm still celebrating the birthday.
Oh,
All
yeah.
month I'm going to be celebrating, so
Yeah,
it ain't too late to get them gifts in.
you did turn
I accept
60.
Cash App. Huh?
You did turn 60 last week.
Yeah, something like that.
Yes, we're still celebrating, still off that vibe
That's
of
right,
the
right, don't crack if I'm 60.
exactly.
Masquerade party.
The masquerade party was last week.
How was it, Dub?
It was popping. It was everything.
Especially since I could never really
expected
get
it
you
to
to
be.
come out the house like that on a normal occasion.
Exactly.
How was it? Did you enjoy your experience?
I enjoyed my
I'm
experience.
glad.
Hookah was in the air aplenty.
I'm glad.
Yeah, so we got out. We had our drinks. We enjoyed ourselves, and we had our masquerade party.
Yes, we did.
If you weren't in the building, you missed something special.
Happy birthday to me.
Yes, and you missed Kelli Jo's birthday. Don't worry. However, there will be an annual one. So if you missed this year's, you can
I'll
prepare
catch
for
next year.
2025, where it'll be much bigger and
my
better
gosh.
than before.
2025.
And we can help Kelli Jo ring in 61
Right.
properly.
Correct.
Yes. Also, last week was a pretty big event, probably the biggest event. Would you say that Dreamville is the biggest event in Raleigh for annually?
Yes. Because people be tripping.
What else is there?
What else is there? That is a very good question. I'll go out on a limb and say it is. Dreamville is probably the biggest event in Raleigh, and it was last week. And For those that missed it and weren't there, you could have just watched it for free on
Which I
Amazon
did.
Prime, which, all of us did. Most people in Raleigh don't. I knew many people coming from out of town to actually watch the Dreamville Fest. So it was more for out-of-towners to come here, see how nice Raleigh is, talk about moving here, and actually never do it. We hope.
These tripping, though. Like me, I usually get like a little room or a little suite or whatever on my birthday, you know. I ain't got to do too much, I go back and chill. So, one of the little suites, little places I usually go to, rooms ain't but so much, So when I go there, and I looked on, to negotiate says sell out. So me being me, let me call this place and see, if they got something available for me so I can turn up the rest of my birthday. So when I did, she didn't want to tell me what the price was. I kept asking her, like, okay, so how much is that going to cost me? So I know, She was like, it's going to be a little bit more than normal, but I'll let you, I said, how much is it? Something that would usually cost me about $120 was $487 a night.
Oh, man.
Not there.
That was ridiculous.
Not there.
That's very ridiculous.
Yes.
Yes.
$487 for one night.
And
then I called even one of the cheapest ones just to see, you know what I'm saying? Like, am I tripping? Or, they said $287. No, it's $267. And that was one of the cheapest ones. They'll only cost you $60.
Well, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild. Interesting. Well, before we really dig deep into the show, we do got to send out condolences because there were quite a few important deaths this week that we have to acknowledge. The first one being, of course, O.J. Simpson, the Juice. O.J. Simpson passed away this week, died from, I believe it was prostate cancer.
Cancer complications,
Yeah, so...
76, right?
At 76 years old, O.J. passed away, and it's unfortunate because I really feel like O.J. was in the process of rebuilding his reputation as he started progressing on Cameron and Mace's show. I forgot the name of the podcast, but he was on Cameron and Mace's podcast. Of course, he was a legendary player with the Buffalo Bills.
Right.
One of the greatest running backs. Phenomenal. Well, not phenomenal, but good actor. Of course, everybody remembers him most from the trial of the century, which
we were in school for. We actually
yep,
watched
I was in
class.
school.
You must
when
acquit.
they said not guilty, we had people running
all in the hallway screaming.
It was mandatory to be watched that.
I went to a mostly white high school, and all the black kids, we all screamed and high-fived each other in front of all the white kids. It was salty, boy.
He get away with that.
Yeah.
If you
Oh,
don't
my
fit, you must
God.
quit.
You just support him because he's black. That's what I...
glove didn't fit.
Yeah. But for the record, I definitely, to this day, don't believe O.J. killed those people.
I don't either.
The number one thing I have to remember is during the 90s, we got our media from TV and newspapers, which controlled the flow of information. We didn't have YouTube and all these independent sources now that can fact check and verify.
Right.
So we just took what the media chose to give us, and they gave us all the information that convicts OJ, but none of the information that, declared his innocence.
Because that's what they do.
That's what they wanted us to think. But the number one thing that lets me know OJ didn't do it was the simple fact that both victims had Colombian neckties, which is when you cut out the under the jaw and you pull their tongue through the hole in the jaw that you cut. I read up on it. And just to be real, I don't think OJ was capable of doing all that with anybody. First of all, I doubt OJ would walk in.
I didn't know what the hell that was.
Yeah. And then there was eyewitness testimony that was purposely taken away from the trial where a woman said she saw 4 people flee from Nicole Brown Simpson's crib on the night of the murders, and her testimony was withheld from the trial. So there was quite a bit of information that was withdrawn from the trial. Personally, I think it, and I've always stood by this, I thought it was a mob hit. I think Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman
Had some ties.
no, they were on drugs heavy, and because she was OJ's wife or ex-wife, they knew OJ was giving her money, so she had credit. and eventually that credit couldn't be repaid because OJ stopped giving her money, and people wanted their money. And when she couldn't pay, I just think they put a hit out on her, and that's what happened because the timeline just doesn't make sense. Apparently, the murders happened an hour before OJ was supposed to get a flight. So what they're trying to say was OJ went.
Way he could have murdered them.
And made it to the airport. Exactly. So there was a lot of stuff that just doesn't make sense. Common sense. Why would you murder somebody an hour before you want to get on a plane? None of that makes sense.
Yeah, when the time won't be timing.
And the fact that the police planted a lot of evidence as well. So there's a lot of stuff that says OJ didn't do it that people purposely withheld, from their opinions. And to this day, I still feel that he was innocent. He did not commit those murders. But regardless, once white people say you're guilty, and there's pretty much nothing you can do in order to get that stigma off you. But OJ did the best he could with what he did. They even got his ass locked up that second time when
that was crazy.
Went to steal his shit back.
He got his own shit back. Yeah, took from him.
Exactly.
And then they lock him up for that. That's crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah. So they had a target on that nigga's back.
They couldn't get him for the murder, so they had to get him for something.
But I mean, that's kind of OJ's fault too. He should have knew he was under a microscope and not did no stupid shit like that. Even if it is his shit, you gotta wonder, was that the best course of action?
OJ was out there thugging for no reason whatsoever. He was out there trying. No, you still got bread. You can just go and
there are ways you could have handled that.
No, but that's my point though. But that's my OJ was out there thugging and he ain't even had to. He ain't had to.
Yeah, so I
don't want to buy another one. I want that one.
Yeah, so
I want to get my shit.
OJ was an idiot for how he handled that shit. He should have known it was kind of an entrapment type of thing. But, regardless, he did get out of jail. He was able to, celebrate the last few years of his life free. And, at the end of the day, I really don't give a fuck if OJ killed those people or not, which I don't believe he did. It wouldn't change my opinion of him. He was kind of a sellout turn, superhero amongst black people, as really the trial was really for, you were rooting against the LAPD. That's really what it was. But to this day, I still don't think he killed people. So we just going to keep it moving and give a big RIP to O.J. Simpson. Now, we had a second death that happened, and that would be DJ Mr.Cee. Y'all know him as Mr.Cee. Very big time DJ in the world of hip hop. I believe he didn't he discover B.I.G.? Budha, you might have to fact check me. Well, he passed away. Nobody knows the cause of death at the moment, but I do remember Mr.Cee from lots and lots of jokes on here that I'm going to try my best not to mention because he was Big Daddy Kane's DJ. He did introduce Notorious Big, B.I.G., or discovering him. He also met with Diddy to help discover Notorious B.I.G. Help discover. Without Mr.Cee and Puffy, we wouldn't have heard of B.I.G.
Right. Yeah.
And he was executive producer on Ready to Die in 1994.
Yeah.
Of course, Big Daddy Kane's DJ. The legendary Mr.Cee, also known as.
What's wrong, Dub? You can keep Dub. What Dub?
He just found out a whole lot of information. And now his brain is going crazy.
I'm trying to give him props. Stop.
Dub is trying not to fucking throw jokes and darts at this nigga during his eulogy, basically. Yeah, that's what he's. Yo, this is a start. Dub is a nigga for you, yo, and he's trying. Yeah. He's trying very hard too, and I appreciate it. I mean, he's trying very hard. The more he reads, he's just like, what? Jokes.
This is a serious moment, man. Mr.Cee passed. Commonly known as the finisher.
Puffy the starter. Oops.
Y'all ain't shit.
Oh.
Okay.
R.I.P. We're
was
not laughing at you.
This is serious.
It's all about timing, yo. It's all about timing. Cause when you find
He appeared on Kane's 1988
you said
debut
the
album.
finisher.
Yes, the finisher, commonly known as the finisher, Mr.Cee. Oh God, this is terrible, man.
That sounds like a wrestler name.
There's just no words, as Big Daddy Kane wrote on his Instagram post. There's just no words. But rest in peace, Mr.Cee.
Rest in peace.
Yes, thank you for introducing B.I.G.
To the world.
Biggie to the world. Yes. Okay, we're gonna keep it moving. Wait. Did I mention how old he was? He was 57, y'all.
And that's terrible.
That's terrible for a man that young to be dying of unknown sources. At this moment, we don't know what he passed from, but we're going to keep it moving with the rest in peace, Mr.Cee. And then finally, unfortunately, Rico Wade, 52.
52.
Bro,
Of organized
this is
noise
scary.
pass.
Another young one.
Yes. Now, everybody knows. If you don't know Rico Wade by name, you know Organized Noise, you know Outkast, B.D.U.B. They're responsible for the Dungeon Family, the Outkast sound. Same thing with Rico Wade. He died of undisclosed illness at this moment, but he was 52. I saw photos of him a few weeks ago, and he was definitely not looking too
he didn't
healthy.
look like-
So
like he
you
was
know,
healthy.
I'm sure he was given a long battle. So yeah, Killer Mike announced that. That's gonna suck because I don't know how that's gonna affect Organized Noise in the future, but they definitely cemented their status as one of the greatest producing. Was it a trio? Yeah, or one of the greatest groups of producers in hip hop.
Just a tandem, yo. I know.
Yeah, just a tandem.
Yeah.
That's all we need to know. They're responsible for Outkast's production in the beginning, as well as B.D.U.B and just LaFace and all that. So that's unfortunate as well. So rest in peace, Rico Wade of Organized Noise. I also forgot to mention he did work with TLC as well. So, I'm sure if you're not familiar with the name of Rico Wade, I'm definitely sure you're familiar with the music and the artists he's worked with to cement his legacy. So rest in peace to all three people, from O.J. Simpson to Mr.Cee to Rico Wade. It always sucks to hear about, our people dying, especially at a young age with Mr.Cee and Rico Wade. So not without knowing what they passed from, make sure we are all out there taking care of our health actively.
Right.
Drinking our water, eating our vegetables and all that stuff.
Fruit, very important.
Walks in the park and all that to
Walks
help.
anywhere.
Yeah, walk in the park, drive in the park, just make sure you take care of yourself. But we're going to keep it moving. I want to circle back to Dreamville, just because Dreamville was such a polarizing event. Based on all the acts you saw, who was your favorite act? Did you have a favorite act, Kelly?
So Dreamville, like I said, was my birthday weekend too. So I was watching it, but I won't watching it.
Yeah.
So I was listening, but I won't listening.
Yeah.
If I was gonna watch, I was gonna really watch for Chris Brown, because that's who I kind of really wanted to see. So I just felt like I didn't want to really see 50.
Yeah. I really do feel that Chris Brown not showing up really kind of took a lot of air out of or a lot of energy away from the fans, because there were a lot of people who wanted to sell their tickets after they heard Chris Brown had canceled.
Yep.
And so I was kind of disappointed, and I don't have any issue with 50, but 50 live is not Chris Brown live.
I feel like 50 would be better at a concert, not Dreamville, or a club.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't want to go to Dreamville to see 50. I want to see somebody I would dream of seeing that I wouldn't normally see. You know?
Yeah, and Chris Brown was it, especially after Usher. Didn't he do last year's, or was it the year before?
It was last year.
Okay,
Was
so
it last
yeah.
year? Yeah, it was last year. Like, even Nicki, did Nicki show up?
Nicki showed up. The issue was they said Nicki was late, an hour late, and only performed for 20 minutes when she was supposed to do an hour.
That. Like, I didn't really want to see her
So-
at Dreamville. I'd rather see her at a concert or a club.
Yeah, between Chris Brown canceling and Nicki showing up, that people were very disappointed with the headliners, like the big names. Now, from what I saw, because I did watch
Earth Gang. Didn't Earth Gang show up? Yeah, I saw it. J, what's his name? You know what I'm talking
Jid.
about? Yeah, J.I.D., yeah.
Oh, I thought Jid wasn't there. I was watching J.Cole's performance, and he shouted out Jid and said he wasn't here. Now, I might be wrong.
But usually he performs with Earth Gang a lot, so that's probably
Yeah,
why
I might be wrong.
I like Earth Gang, though.
Yeah, so
I like them.
from what I heard, from what I watched, my favorite act I saw on the stream was Ray Shremmon, because they had the energy up.
They keep energy. I like them.
Yeah, I like them cats. You know, I joked about the second album flopping last week, but I really like them young niggas. They got a lot of energy when they do the shows. They put a lot of energy into their performance, so I rock with
No
that.
flex.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
Zone.
yeah,
Background story is pretty good too. So.
yeah. So that was my personal favorite. I did get to watch. I didn't watch Nicki's performance, so I
I
can't.
wouldn't have watched it. Even if I came across it, I probably would have just.
Wow, you're not a Nicki fan?
No, you know, it is crazy because I love the Nicki.
Damn.
You know, all the way back
Past
to the
tense.
mixtapes. You know what I'm saying? But it's like the more, you know, famous that she got, you know, it's like,
The less you like her.
yeah, because her attitude changed. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that shit she was talking about before is now she's just talking about crazy dumb shit, you know, like I can't really relate to. So I can't kick it with Nicki like that no more. Even though, you know, hey, Nicki do what you do, but she
Your
kinda
new
lost
passion is Glorilla.
Nah, not even.
Oh.
Like, nah.
You
Maybe
missed her.
Sukiana though. I'm just
Ew.
fucking with you. I'm just fucking with you.
I had to I had to spray you with Lysol if that was
Suki,
true.
that's my bitch, but no, like
Okay.
I don't like a lot of these female rappers now I can't get jiggy with.
Is there any you fucking with now?
Female rappers?
Yeah.
I mean I listen, but I go to get, you know, download their album or go to listen to their, you know what I'm saying? Like certain songs can play, I'm like, okay, yeah, get them, you know, whatever, but I won't replay it. I won't repeat it. You know what I'm saying? Because the stuff they're talking about now, I can't relate to. I'm not.
It's a
Maybe
lot
back
of
in my
that going
younger
around.
days, huh?
It's a lot of that going around. Well,
Yeah,
you'll listen to it one time and, oh, that's okay. And never go
but
back
I'm not
to it.
gonna
again.
like go for it. Like I'm not gonna go for it on my playlist.
Mm-hmm.
If I hear it come across, you know what I'm saying? Okay, woo, yeah, woo, get it. But
Okay. Well, now, despite Dreamville having these lineup changes and people being disappointed, there was still some disappointment with the show. People were complaining of some sound issues going on with some of the acts, to the point where one of the acts, who was it? Nigerian singer Rima, walked off stage during his performance at the 2024 Dreamville Fest due to sound issues. So I don't know who's coming for next year's show, but he's not invited if he's the only artist that walked off during the whole entire festival because of sound issues.
my baby J.Cole, he's stressed.
Yeah. Is it appropriate to do that, Budha, as a performer yourself? Would you think it's cool to walk off stage? Because I don't think that's professional under any circumstances.
Personally, it depends on how bad it is. But if he's the only one that walked off, I would have to say he fucked up.
Yeah.
Because it couldn't have been that bad.
Yeah.
It couldn't have been.
Now, if my health is at risk or something, yeah, I'm leaving stage. But if it's something related to sound issues, I'm just staying there performing. It doesn't really, hey, it ain't my fault.
And I'm just trying to think. I mean, I didn't. I remember. Matter of fact, when we did the joint in South Carolina State, their homecoming, I still remember that shit sounded. All you could hear was bass. When we were doing Carolina Pride, all you could hear was bass. Even though the joint was flooded, it was supposed, the crowd was supposed to absorb all. All you could hear was bass.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we still rock. They were still jumping and everything. So it was hot. Yeah.
That's one thing I know about performing live. If you keep the energy up, people
It's all
will
about
rock with
energy.
you. Yeah.
All about it. That's why you're performing. Shit.
Exactly. So, even if there are sound issues and they can't hear you, they'll still
you turn
remember.
your sound up, put your performance up, make it something, make it a show.
So, I don't think that was a wise thing to do, Rima. And now the crowd won't hear the soul stylings of Nigerian singer Rima. Kelly, didn't that upset you? No, I know that jam you was bumping by Rima the other day, how you was coming in here the last time you did the show, and you were like, oh, Rima, this Nigerian singer, he's excellent. You remember that shit?
No.
Okay, because it never happened. Nobody knows this nigga.
I really don't.
Who is Rima?
When was this done? Was you imagining things?
I don't even know Rima. I've never heard this nigga.
I thought you about to hit with the Michael Blacks. So who is this sucker boy that sucker?
Who is this nigga?
Okay, so I know the name, but if somebody mentioned a song that he said, I'd be like, okay, yeah, I know that song because I've seen that name when I heard it stuff before, but I don't know.
I've never heard of him. So he has a song called "Calm Down" that halts.
Oh, okay. I know that one.
Okay, so Kelly's heard of him. Does he do Afro beats? Because he's Nigerian.
Yes.
Okay. Is that wrong that I stereotype every Nigerian musician and say, did he do Afro beats? What if he does classical music? I'd be a real asshole.
Well, how many have you heard that was classical music?
I don't know. I don't ever want to discount Nigerians from playing classical music. So
it just makes more sense with the Afro beats.
I got you.
You gotta have it.
You
gotta have it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Dreamville was capped off with one of the most light-skinned moments in hip-hop history.
And what was that, Dub? What was the light-skinned moment?
So J.Cole took to the stage to perform, and as we thought, he was going to go into his new Kendrick diss, 7-minute drill, on stage, and he decided to apologize to Kendrick for what? I guess for Kendrick dissing him and him responding.
Okay, so that's but it's like J. Cole is not, he don't seem like that like that confrontational type person. Like, because it seemed like more him to do that. It seemed like some J. Cole shit to apologize for something somebody started with.
The issue is MCing and battling. That's the issue I had. I'm one of those people that goes, MCing is a competitive sport. It's so competitive that they created international leagues around the world just for niggas to battle rap. Like, that's how competitive rap music is.
Yeah, but J. Cole's not a battle rapper, so he ain't got time for that.
He's a lyricist, which automatically makes him a battle rapper. Hip-hop is the only...
That's by default, yo. That is by default.
By default. You can't be a lyricist and be scared to battle.
What happens is you know how to format words. You know, and like I always say, words have meaning. So you know how to play on words.
Yeah.
You know how to be disrespectful.
Oh,
exactly.
Yeah,
wittily, you know what I mean? Wittingly.
Nasty knife fight, that's what I call it.
You do realize hip-hop is the only genre of music that has people battling each other. You don't have blues battles and country music battles where motherfuckers is singing and dissing each other. So hip-hop, that's how...
They didn't have R&B battles back in the day?
When? I'm not talking about no verses or no shit like that. I'm talking about battles.
Like, they didn't have feuds and shit?
They may have. Because R&B was them niggas hip-hop back in the 50s and 60s. Doo-wop was their drill rap. So, yeah, maybe they did have sing-offs, but they don't have them shits now. Have you ever been to one live, Budha? You ever been to a singing battle?
You know what? I want to see one. We should set that up.
I'm just saying. In talking about the president, I just haven't seen. I've never been to a singing battle.
Let me see if Just got any ops out here.
That's what I'm saying. Have a sing off, nigga. Yeah. Niggas be singing over each other.
They do dance battles. We just have a sing battle. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's not the norm. I'll put it. There's no R&B singing league. There's plenty of international battle leagues. Yeah. So we can definitely do that. Yeah.
They have leagues for every damn thing else. Why not have a singing league?
Yeah, but the point I was trying to make is that's how competitive hip hop is, and even in the context of Kendrick Lamar versus J. Cole, I understand not indulging in a battle if there's going to be issues off the record with violence or it going too far. But when you have Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole battling, it's not going to go off the record, and I think both men wouldn't make it disrespectful. So I really feel like J. Cole. There's two sides that I feel like.
No, they would make it. It would just be respectfully disrespectful.
Yeah,
Nasty,
yeah,
nice.
Exactly.
Nice, nasty.
And it really kind of irked me when he was like, "Yeah, I respect his discography and all that shit." And it's like, nigga, it's not about respecting this discography. It's a battle. Niggas respect each other's skill on the basketball court.
Why even battle? Like, both of y'all are dope artists. Both of y'all, what I'm saying?
Kendrick called him out. He got to respond. He did.
But I'm just saying, like, the way, like, y'all music
it's part of
similar,
MCing. It's part of
about the same
MCing.
thing, but why now? Why beef now? Like,
I be telling niggas, like, well, why beef now? Just because they called him out.
Yeah. But why call him out? Like, why even start the bullshit? You see what I'm saying? Like, what made you? Was you sitting there?
They both got plenty of money and they ain't got shit else to do.
That's
a lot of these other niggas out here that are rapping, they're just listening to it. Like, I'm bored.
You don't need an excuse to battle, but other
sitting
than
around the
ego,
house like,
ego is
I'm the
enough.
nicest motherfucker out here. He whacked at me.
Yeah,
throw a dart.
Ego is enough to battle. That's why I was disappointed because it's not going to be taken out of context. It's not going to go too far. Niggas can battle and still not hate each other. Hell, I battled everybody back in the early 2000s, and I ain't have no issues battling niggas. Budha was there. He saw me. But the point I'm trying to make is it was really...
How you know them niggas still ain't holding grudges, though?
There ain't nothing to hold a grudge over.
I'm not saying you.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you. Them niggas could still be holding... Man, this motherfucker clown me, man.
Yeah.
I got something for him next time I see him.
Remember when you did that click-clack verse?
Bruh, how bad has all my battling was done in the early 2000s before all these leagues popped up?
Like I said, disrespectful, but he's disrespectfully respectful.
Yeah, but I would say if there was anybody holding on to feelings from my battles, which were over 20 years ago, man, your life has not gone anywhere. Why would you be hanging on to that memory? Especially before this was YouTube. It's not like there's videos of you on YouTube getting clowned.
You could have been the one that sent them down on a downward spiral.
Awesome. Now, I would love to claim responsibility for that. Like, yo, nigga, you fucked your life up because of me? Really?
Bars.
Yeah, yeah. That's an
Major
eternal
bars.
hell. Yeah, but I definitely feel Cole should have responded, and it's not about disrespect. It's just about letting niggas know you nice. But Styles P said something I agree with. He said, at the end of the day, as an MC, I wanted to see a battle, but as a man, if this is what brings you peace, then go for it. I feel like as an MC, it's some sucker shit, but at the end of the day, if it's going to affect you to the level emotionally where you're going to not be able to sleep at night, then yeah.
It's not that's mental health. We talk about this shit all the time, yo.
But it's still weak.
You got
as an MC, it's still weak.
You got it off your chest.
Yeah.
Everybody heard it. Now, cool. Whatever you feel about it, that's fine. But I got it off my chest. I can sleep better at night now. I said what I said, nigga. Fuck y'all. I'm out.
Yeah, and Cole stuck to his word and deleted the song today on streaming sites. From my understanding, people are still able to listen to it on Apple Music because maybe it takes longer for it to take down on Apple Music. But the song is still available on Apple Music, and I'm pretty sure if you ever want to hear it, somebody downloaded it and will probably upload it anonymously.
Just like Boom Bye Bye.
Yeah, it's never, ever deleted fully from the internet. It just makes it a little bit more difficult to access. So, with that being said, I'm disappointed in the way J. Cole handled shit. The MC and me wanted to see a battle, but like I said, hey, nigga, if this is what it takes for you to be Cole.
For that. He don't feel like.
But understand, I do think this is going to affect his career negatively in the future. I hope it doesn't, but there's going to be fans who expected to see a battle or expected, more. that are gonna kind of lose a little respect for you lyrically. Just
I don't know how. I mean, he'll, if need be, he'll respond. Just
if need be, but at the same time,
this ain't like Eminem and Benzino, nigga.
I'm not expecting it to last that long. It's like, look at Nas and Jay-Z, how they had a battle and nobody got physically hurt over it, although it did get kind of disrespectful. But
it wasn't respectful.
Yeah,
it was
but Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole live on separate coasts, so they're not dealing with the same girl. J. Cole can't leave condoms in Kendrick Lamar's baby seat. Kendrick Lamar's on the West Coast. How are you gonna do that from Fayetteville?
Where they could touch any side of the planet. Nigga.
They could.
Stupid.
Yeah, but
everything is all about access.
You are correct. Everything is all about access. But like I said, it's just disappointing to know. It's always disappointing whenever somebody backs out of a battle. And I can say that from experience, boy. My first battle, Chidley Hall at North Carolina Central, 2000, my sophomore year. And I ran through 3 MCs with these lyrics. Yeah. Do I need a pause for that? Because it sounded like sus when I said I ran through MCs, but then I said with these lyrics. I called myself. Yeah. I don't know if that needed a pause since it was kind of a pause before that, but pause. And so I get to the.
They're not saying pause anymore. They're saying no Diddy.
Yeah, no Diddy. Yeah. So I get to the final round, and the MC I was supposed to battle. The MC I was supposed to battle was pretty dope. He was doing the same thing I was doing. He was using bars and tearing MCs up all evening, pause. And so I got nervous as fuck. I was going to have to battle this nigga. And all of a sudden, he just walked off on some Papa Doc shit from 8 Mile.
I know Papa Doc.
At first, I thought, like, okay, this nigga taking a piss. So you got to use the bathroom. And people walked around the whole floor and was like, we can't find this nigga. And this was 2000 before everybody had cell phones. He disappeared. He didn't want to battle me. So I won the $20.
The whole $20?
Hey, 2000, I was 19. That meant.
You know what type of bud you can get back then?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember the bud.
Yeah, and I won that money. But as
2 fingers.
But as a competitor, I lost respect for dude because I'm like, I was nervous as hell to battle that motherfucker. And I was like, I don't know how I'm going to pull this. And he just walked off. And so, yeah, I lost a little respect for him as an MC.
Maybe that's a nigga that went on a downward spiral, still holding the grudge.
Maybe. And later on, later that year, somebody brought him over to my crib to work on some music with us. And I'm not going to name the person who brought him over to my crib, but Jay Ames, he brought this nigga over my crib. Boom. So,
did you catch that?
And look, I'm like, of all the niggas
So Jay Ames brings the nigga over my crib a year later. And so I put a beat on. Everybody in my room is writing to the beat. And this nigga is like, I'm asking him. I'm like, man, you need a sheet of paper? Because he wasn't the one writing. He said, no, man, I can't write to this beat. I was like, what? What's wrong? You don't fuck with? He's like, no. He's like, I own a label and I can't hop on, without paperwork. That's exactly my point.
What was your fucking point of being at in?
And so a second time in life, I lost respect for him as an MC. He decided to come over my crib, my first apartment,
he was assessing your situation.
Yeah, smoke weed with us, drink with us, chill vibe with us. He knew we were working on music. When it was time to work, he bitched out talking about, oh, yeah, I'm with a label. Turns out he owns the label because the school newspaper did an article on him. So it was his label. It's not like he was signed to somebody who would prevent him from writing. He could have did the shit if he was just on some, I want to do paperwork, when it was just some hip-hop shit, niggas writing to a beat.
Didn't have bars for your shit.
I don't know what it was, but that's 2 times I lost respect for the same nigga. And thank you, anonymous person who brought him over my crib. You gave me a story.
Boom.
Yeah. But that's just one time in life I lost respect for an MC, just, for random reasons. But after the J. Cole fallout, there's been lots of people talking shit. Yeah, because that's what people do. Yeah. So after the J. Cole fallout, everybody gave their 2 cents, and then Oh, a big bomb was dropped today. Drake dropped his response diss. What was it? Give me 50. 50 push-ups.
Drop and give me 50.
Now, Budha, I know you heard the Kelly, did you hear the diss? You didn't hear it?
No.
Oh man, that was
I
actually.
haven't heard so much about it though.
Yeah, that's why I'm shocked you didn't hear it. I'm like, you could have listened to it on the way up here, but
I was driving on the highway.
Yeah.
I gotta concentrate.
That's the best time.
I gotta concentrate at night. Y'all know I can't see at night.
Never mind.
So I gotta pay attention. I drive in
Leave
silence.
it alone. Leave it alone.
You might want to, because I'm telling you. Leave it alone.
You drive in silence?
Leave it alone.
Sometimes I do, yeah.
I'll be even scared to drive in silence.
Hell yeah, I'll be too
Y'all gotta
paranoid.
understand,
I
I'm
need
coming
music.
through woods.
Yeah, I'll be
I
like,
need
why's my
music.
engine doing that?
It's animals that dart out in the middle of nowhere. Like I'm on
How is
2-lane
turning
highways.
music off going to help you? You don't hear
Because
their
it helps me
footsteps?
focus and concentrate, especially when those bright lights are coming at me. You know what I'm saying? I can focus myself. You know, I got to pay attention to my
Can
surroundings,
we
y'all.
just leave this alone, nigga? You know, we're
Okay,
not gonna
okay,
get
I'm
nowhere.
trying. I'm
We're
okay.
not
I'm gonna
gonna
let it
get-
go.
That's just like what we just went through earlier.
Okay, I'm going to leave it alone.
You're gonna
Thank
keep
you.
uncovering more shit. You're gonna have more questions. You're gonna
Yeah.
have more jokes. We're not gonna go nowhere.
Don't be joking on me.
I'm not. Kelly be hearing deer's footsteps 20 feet from a car.
Going 70. and
Y'all
shit.
know these animals are ruthless.
You're like, don't talk.
Two squirrels
I hear
almost got me into an accident the other day.
Squirrel.
Two squirrels.
Oh, that's where you fucked up because the
Just
squirrel
people
is.
in front of me saw the squirrels and they would slam on brakes.
Oh no.
You see what I'm saying? So these animals are
Squirrels are
ruthless.
sacrificial lambs. I'm sorry, you don't slow
And I'm
down
on
for no
2-lane
squirrel.
highways
If
in
it's
the
in
woods.
the
Y'all don't
road
stay around
and
here.
it's
I'm
not
in
as
the country.
big or bigger than my car, it's
Yeah, it's not a squirrel. It's a speed bump.
Well, a
That's
squirrel
exactly
almost
what
got
it
me
is.
into an accident. And it wasn't even my fault. And those deers,
Yes.
oh, them deers, oh, they don't give a fuck.
that's why it's like, why don't you have music on?
Yeah.
Because they
that
got to
is-
focus and concentrate.
I.
Because they be picking out the woods and stuff, and I be jamming, I be dancing, I be getting it, I don't pay them no attention.
You know why the deer be popping out, right?
Because they
Because
don't
you
hear
got
no
that
music.
Drake on. He be like, "Is that dude Drake?" He be coming from the woods, listening
trying
to
to
the
tell you.
highway.
That's why I drive
Drop
in
and give me 50.
The deer be like,
I
"Oh
either on the
shit,
phone
that's
talking.
that new Drake." Come on, Bam. He told you he was going to
Can
drop.
we change the subject? What was you saying?
Yeah, we were.
You
were
better keep
talking
talking about
about-
me
we
and
were-
my wonders with the animals.
Okay, we were
Thank
talking
you.
about Drake's response. Budha, you did get an opportunity to hear Drake's response. What do you think?
I'm entertained. I'm entertained.
Yeah, Drake
I'm entertained.
Drake got some bars, and
They
he
always had bars.
Because the whole thing about disses,
yes,
you have to enjoy them. Like it has to be witty, but it should also be funny.
exactly.
And he is definitely a funny guy. Drake is a funny guy.
Okay, yeah, Drake got at quite a number of people, from Kendrick Lamar to Rick Ross to who else did he get
Still
at?
taking shots at Push, all that.
Yeah,
Like,
shots at Pusha T, shots at goddamn. He said some bars
Metro,
about Cole.
like, bro, it's like the shit was funny. Yo.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Have I heard it?
Drake went out like
Nah,
a
you
fucking
would remember.
rabid animal and shit, just attacking everybody in Vision. So it was actually a pretty dope diss. I don't know on what level, because when it comes to diss records, you can never judge it the day of.
Yeah,
you
you
got to
gotta give it a
kind of
few.
see the fallout, because even if you may not think it's a dope diss, if like all these niggas in a month or two get on drugs and throw their life away, you could say it was a phenomenal diss.
Like,
you
all
can't
the
judge
rappers are
that.
dissing each other. If they ain't dissing each other, they screwing each other. Like, this is too much.
That's phenomenal. This is what hip hop's about. Well,
What
not
the
the
hell is
screwing each other part. I don't know how you threw Diddy in this.
I mean, it ain't just Diddy, but so it's like whatever. It's just like they either beefing or fucking
Yeah,
each other.
yeah, or maybe they're beef. Yeah, well,
Yeah, they beefing and beefing.
yeah, they're beefing and beefing, and there's just so much beef. I bet vegetarians hate this weekend just because of
I
all
want a salad just because of this shit. This shit is
Yeah,
frustrating. Just give me a salad with no
but
meat.
yeah, but Drake's diss was pretty hard hitting. You're gonna hear a fallout from it because he got some bars off. He called Kendrick Lamar. He said, "You got a size 7 shoe. You a little nigga." He was
Little
just
feet. You know what they say?
mm-hmm.
That's probably why he mad at J. Cole.
Yep. So he dissed. So Drake threw out some shots directly at Rick Ross, and with no time to spare, Rick Ross actually dropped a diss later today that we just heard. I played it for Budha before he came. I forgot the name of the diss. I'm gonna have to put it up with words right here when I edit. But yeah, this is edit
right here when I edit.
Yeah, that's but
they're gonna be right here.
Ross got some bars off. Ross threw some shots at Drake. I can't remember everything he said, but the bar that stood out the most is, if this ain't gangster, then when you see me, check me, or something along those lines.
And Drake said this?
No, Rick Ross said this.
Oh, I was gonna say
Rick
Drake.
Ross dropped a diss towards Drake. So he's like, man, if this shit ain't gangster, then when you see me in person, then check me, nigga.
I wonder what's in the air right now, yo.
Beef is in the air. It's April, nigga. You know why? You know what happens?
About to get hot outside.
You know why? Because it's summer. Niggas turn up in summer. You know, if you look at history in America, black people have always rebelled during the summertime.
Summertime is what we need.
That's when the slave rebellions happen.
That's
when we gonna rebel against these goddamn
It's
flies.
It's a moth.
It's a moth.
Like a baby butterfly. It's not gonna hurt you.
Yeah, but that motherfucker gonna eat my clothes, man. Fuck that nigga. But yeah, if you look at American history, you will see a lot of revolutions, a lot of revolts and everything happened during the summer. That's when black people
blame it on the eclipse.
The heat. No, it's the heat.
Blame it on the eclipse energy.
The heat bringing the African out of us. Even niggas in Minnesota. Minnesota niggas stay cold.
It's
like
that vitamin D.
They stay cold 8 months out the year, but they turn up them 4 months it's hot there. That's why. So, yeah, it's going to be a hot summer with all these disses going on. But Rick Ross got a couple bars off on Drake. The funniest one was at the end when he said he was mad at Drake for trying to pull the motherfucking song he and French Montana did. And he was like, you went to the police, white boy. He kept calling Drake white boy.
He kept calling the white boy. Oh.
It took me a minute to figure it out. I was like, wait a minute, is he talking about Eminem for a second? Because I thought that's who he was. I was like, who is white boy? And then I said, oh, shit, it's Drake. He's talking about Drake. It took me
really
a second.
Light skin.
Yeah, so Rick Ross was on there calling him white boy, and that shit was hilarious. So I don't know what the fallout is with Rick Ross's diss. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't as hard-hitting as Drake's diss. So I don't know what the best
Drake
thing.
for the win?
So far, Drake has had the hardest diss.
Yeah.
Out of everybody from Kendrick Lamar to J. Cole to Rick Ross to Drake.
Look who he be around. He got some gangsta in him for real now.
He do? Who? Jay Prince?
Sexy Red.
And you said Drake got some what?
Yeah, he got some gangsta in him.
Nah, I think you're mistaking gangster with chlamydia.
He got some of that too, probably.
Yeah, he fucking with Stanky Red.
Gangsta has chlamydia transfers.
Oh, yeah, that was trifling. If you remember, we talked about Sexy Red last week and how she went to a local high school and they turned her down and said, get your stanking ass out here and take a shower, you musty broad. They didn't say that, but they did. The actions speak louder than the words. So the actions said that, but they didn't. They just said you can't enter this school reeking of the marijuana, ma'am. But keeping
She's
this
a fellow Aries, and I give her that.
Yes, we love zodiac signs, but keeping up with the spirit of beef, old heads got into it in the rap game. Not to be outdone by the young heads, well, not even young, between J. Cole and Drake and Kendrick Lamar, there was beef brewing between Mad Skills and Joe Budden.
Joe Budden got beef with everybody. Everybody beef with Joe Budden.
Rightfully so. He's on a podcast talking shit. He's
shit
just like B.D.U.B.
Like, what else do you expect from Joe Budden?
Exactly. But there was a war of words that happened. Joe Budden's decided to comment on the J. Cole Kendrick Lamar beef and said, The streets need a body. He wrote that on Twitter in regards to the J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar beef. And Mad Skills decided to respond and said, that's a wild take from a rapper who's never caught one.
Well.
One being a body.
Ooh.
So Joe Budden's responded and said, now, Skills, there's no living, breathing person that has you as a better MC than me, and you can't career shame a mosquito with a mixtape. And the one time a year people wanted to hear from you got stolen from you. Go be with your family. And that was Joe Budden's response to Skills. And Skills responded, if you were such an amazing rapper in your prime, why'd you become a podcaster? You can't even talk bars with me. And Skills threw that shot, and I ain't gonna lie, it kind of hit me a little bit.
Hey, shout out to Skills, nigga. I like to go in front. VA stand up.
I think that bar hit a lot of podcasters because I know I'm not the only one who failed as a rapper and decided to do podcast, but fuck it. Hey, if the shoe fits, wear it.
But you can at least talk bars with a nigga, though.
Yes, I can.
You know what I mean?
I never retired. I never dropped my pen. But after the diss, that's so far what happened. I don't know if Skills is going to drop bars or not, but I hope he does. And I hope, for the sake of the sport, Joe Budden decides to unretire.
Shut the fuck up.
No, he should unretire and give Skills some bars. I would like to see that.
Now, the one thing Budden does, he does spit now.
Yeah, Budden can spit.
Budden can spit.
I get that too.
He's just not a...
He just keeps
he wasn't the
he's worse than a bitch
the
sometimes.
hit maker nigga. You know what I mean? But the nigga definitely got bars. He's had bars forever.
Yeah, and that's Joe Budden. He's like the East Coast version of the game. He's like that nigga whose music you
without
like.
Without the name dropping.
Yeah. Well, I was saying he's like that nigga whose music you absolutely like, but as a person you don't fuck with. So, that's why I said he's like an East Coast version of the game, because the game is that same way. I love the game's music. Anytime the game drops an album, I'll be the first in line to get it. But I also think he's kind of a lame when he's not doing music and he's talking on the internet. Some people...
You want to know a funny story about this?
Yes.
Me and my niggas, we in the, we play 2K shit. We go in the Pro-Am.
Uh-huh.
Type in the code and shit, private code. Why do we end up playing the game and his niggas? Like the game. We're playing the game and his boys on 2K in the Pro-Am.
Uh-huh.
Oh, they smoked our fucking boots. Them niggas is nice up there. They cheating too, but they nice up there.
Interesting.
Yellow tape gang or something.
Yellow tape.
Yeah. They smoked our boots.
Caution or do not enter.
Yes. And, so I'm hoping that at the end of the day we get some bars from all this. And, people have been giving their opinions on all the beefs going on Facebook all week. And the one thing that's really starting to piss me off is how people are upset about why can't black people get along and come together? Why is there all this beef? And to those people, I say, shut the fuck up.
Please.
This is hip-hop. It's a competitive sport. If you watch basketball, you see two black men going at each other for 40.
Why they can't just play on the same team?
Why can't
you just hand him the ball and let him get a score?
It's all about the sport. And like I said, rap is the only genre of music where there's active battles and leagues dedicated to battling. Not hooks, not bars, not songs, not beats, production, just straight battle bars. So that's the competitive level of this music. I don't feel like it's wrong for MCs to battle as long as they keep it on wax and there's no danger of it going too far or it getting taken off wax. So I really don't like those people that always want everybody to work together and hold hands when it comes to the competition. Rap is not a fucking hold hands type of genre.
It's not a kumbaya kind of thing.
So whatever beef happens between all these MCs, I hope it's entertaining, and more importantly, I hope niggas is safe. I know everybody who's in these beefs got at least $1 million in the bank, so I hopefully think they're going to be smart enough to keep it cool and just give us great music, because at the end of the day, that's all the people want. The only thing I miss about Branson not being here, I wanted to hear like a fucking recap of the Gamecocks game, and I know you, Budha, I could ask you, but you're not as excited as Branson about it. But I know the Gamecocks won. So yeah, shout out to the Gamecocks. Shout
Don't
out
get
to
it twisted.
What?
I'm definitely a heavy Gamecock fan, but
yeah, but
if my mom and dad were here, they'd be screaming and shit too.
Exactly. Yeah. So that was big. UConn won, beat the shit out of Purdue.
No surprise there.
I thought old boy was gonna hold it down on Purdue, big boy. Edie, yeah. Is he going to the league, Budha?
I don't know why not. He ain't gonna be no high pick, but I don't know why he wouldn't go. He's a big body. You need a big body that's conditioned that can make it up and down the court, and he got a skill level. You know what I mean? He can pass the ball. That's what you need.
Yes. And speaking of sports, this was revealed in Philly. Allen Iverson statue was revealed in front of the practice facility.
I've seen that.
Yes. A lot of people were dissing the statue, saying it looked like
Lil Bow Wow.
Yeah, Little Bow Wow's character from Like Mike Calvin. What was it, Woolridge? Yeah, I saw the statue. I didn't. It looked like AI to me. I mean, I wasn't a huge Like Mike fan.
They would have been better off just giving him the braids and to make it look better off. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more like him if they just did the Iverson braids, you know? And the statue. And didn't I have a do-rag on him or something?
No, I got standard Iverson. Iverson had a head. He played with a headband, so he has a headband on.
That's what I saw.
Yeah, so that's normal. That's how he played, and he had his sleeve, which is why a lot of people in the NBA now wear sleeves because they were inspired by AI. But people were complaining about the AI statue, saying it was small. And originally I thought it was small. It is a small statue, make no mistake. But I thought they were fucking him over by making it small, when in actuality. No. I'm talking about the actual size of the statue. When people were saying they were giving AI a statue, I guess people assumed it was going to be life size, or probably the size of Shaq's statue in front of. Yeah. Well, I mean, it was life size, and a lot of the statues from Jordan and from the United Center, they're life-size statues, so people naturally assumed AI's was going to be his size or bigger, and it wasn't. It was smaller. They were calling it AI's action figure. So it was really small, but
he got one.
Yeah, and the issue wasn't that it was small. It was just the fact it was normal size compared to the other statues in front of the practice facility of other 76ers greats who were all presented statues that same size. So it wasn't some jip they gave to AI. It was the normal size of the statues that are at the practice facility there. So I was a little disappointed with the scale of the statue, but after finding out that that's just a normal size compared to all of them, I'm willing to accept that.
An AI action figure, yo.
Yeah, they called it the AI action figure because it is, man. That shit was tiny as fuck. But
it looked small.
Yeah, no, and it is small compared to all the other ones, but, that's how they do it. I just thought it was weird it was at the practice facility. I thought they would have it, but that's where they put all the statues at. So, I guess, unfortunately.
It took this long for them to give him a statue?
Yeah. Well, I want to know why.
Not realizing that,
Personally, I thought it would have been revealed with his acceptance into the Hall of Fame. I don't know why it took so long, but, hey, better late than never, so at least AI does get honored, and that's a plus. But we're going to keep it moving on to the next topic. Your boy Jonathan Majors, Budha, he got sentenced. And avoids jail time for the assaulting of his ex-girlfriend. I know we all know how dangerous Jonathan Majors is, the way he was running in that New York traffic away from that white woman.
Way he dipped and dodged, boy.
Hell yeah, boy. You might see that nigga in the Olympics in Paris. But it looks like basically the judge sentenced Majors to conditional discharge after noting that both sides in the case agreed the charges did not warrant jail time. So the judge agreed that he did not deserve jail time. The actor has been ordered to complete a year-long counseling program. For assaulting his ex-girlfriend in a high-profile case that derailed his career.
By fleeing.
Yes, by fleeing. So the whole issue is fucked up. I'm pretty sure even the judge knows it's fucked up, which is why he didn't give him jail time and gave him such a light sentence, as he has to complete a 52-week in-person batterer's intervention program in L.A. and he has to continue with mental health therapy. So they're going to be like asking him, why did you run from that white woman? And
could you have run faster?
Yeah, could you have ran faster?
Why did you dip between this car and that car?
Oh, what if one of the psychiatrists is Umar Johnson and he got to talk to him? Like, my brother, you couldn't have found a black woman to chase you in traffic like that?
And he was Sukihana. So
You should have just took those lashes.
Yeah, you should have took those lashes, my brother.
Him and Sukihana together. So
Give me money for my school. I know you got millions, nigga. But yeah, that's pretty much all he faced. But he does face a year in jail if he's found in violation of those terms, which also includes a no contact order with the ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabari. So no more of that white woman for you, Jonathan Majors. You better go find another white woman. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this whole case because, you know, from the time it happened, I just knew something was up, and I knew Jonathan Majors didn't deserve.
This just shows you the type of mockery the justice system is. That's all.
Yeah. And in the process of this, he's lost his entire career. This nigga can't even. He's got to wait like 5 years before he gets a role in a Tyler Perry film.
Well, he got a man good, though, don't he?
You got what?
He got Megan Good.
Yeah, but it's Megan Good. You know, she couldn't hold down a priest or a preacher. How's she gonna hold this nigga down? I have issues with Megan Good, but you know,
Obviously,
her beautiful self.
Yeah, she fine. Don't get me wrong, Megan Good fine as hell. It's just, man,
I give her the business.
Kelly would give her the business. She'd be good with Megan.
Megan would be good.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, in a way, he would you sacrifice a multi-million-dollar acting career to get Megan is the question.
Oh, MOB. MOB all day. That shit still stands to this day.
Well, we don't know, but we shall see. But anyway, in other celebrity news, Jeezy is in the court fighting to get full custody, primary custody of his daughter.
Jeezy, man.
He wants
his baby.
Get your baby, nigga.
He wants
Get your
primary
girl.
custody of his daughter from Jeannie Mae amid their divorce, claiming Jeannie isn't even taking care of the kid. So
You know, I could kind of see that. You know, not saying I've seen something,
They
but
are
just
from
see with that
entirely
situation.
different backgrounds.
Right.
And you know he's involved.
Right.
You know he's a hands-on dad. He's from the trenches. That's what dads do.
So I could see her not,
Black
doing
dads
like
be
he
hands-on.
would do.
yeah.
Just because,
So basically, it looks like Jeezy, in his own house, agreed to move to the basement during their breakup and divorce. After that, it said, Jeannie left and moved out the family home and took their girl with her.
She left for the baby.
Yeah, so after that, he said Jeannie has tasked her brother and mother with the majority of the care of the 2-year-old, claiming Jeannie's extensive travel schedule isn't good for their kid. And that Jeannie has,
with her daddy.
and Jeannie has withheld his parenting time with their child for nearly 2 months. So she's traveling.
You know daughters need their daddy.
Yes. Without the snowman in her life, she could be the pole girl. You want to make sure she has a father in her life and make sure she grows up to be a respectable young lady and not do anything crazy. So that's where they're at the moment. Jeezy said the child would have more stability if he was the primary physical custody holder. And this comes 4 months after Jeannie hit back claiming she was claiming that Jeezy was gatekeeping the daughter from her. So she was basically accusing Jeezy 4 months earlier of the same thing Jeezy's accusing her of now.
This is getting messy, though.
It sort of is, but you also know where Jeannie Mae is coming from, because if she's the primary custody holder, she gets the child support. And if he's the primary custody holder, I don't know how that works. I don't know if he still has to pay her money or not.
She would probably still pay. And it depends on what their agreement is. That's still going to depend on the agreement.
Yeah, so there's a lot going on.
Money? Who's the breadwinner?
Jeezy's the breadwinner. She makes money too, but he makes more money. So I don't know how that's going to work. Do you think Jeezy deserves to be the primary custodial
Yeah,
parent.
she can't be there and take care of her like she need to be. She maybe need to be with her daddy.
Yeah.
Don't leave the baby with other people. That's how stuff happens. Leave that baby with her daddy.
Yeah. Jeezy should tap primary care. Would she have to pay child support if he's the primary care holder?
I don't even think he would want it.
You don't think so?
I don't. But that's the thing. Like and this is why I'm like, I'm glad I don't have rich people problems. I don't have these people problems. Like none of this shit. I just don't. And it's like when you start to think about it, how much is a child worth?
Yeah.
And then when you base it, why are you basing it off of their income when every child doesn't need an income? It's just how much is a child actually worth?
Yeah. Don't they have states that like ban X amount of dollars when it comes?
Nigga, doesn't even matter to me. I ain't in that situation. I ain't worried about it.
Yeah. Don't ever be in that situation, Budha. I'm scared I might be in that situation. That's why I'll be terrified of getting married as well. Yeah, and then I'm the type, if I had a hypothetical kid, I wouldn't fight for custody. I'd be like, you can have them. I ain't got no children no more. I'm going to pay you X amount of dollars a month to keep it a secret, not tell anybody, just give them money.
That definitely ain't going to go the way you plan, but okay.
Yeah, she's going to agree to it because that's how women do. They agree with me. But, yeah. We're going to keep it moving.
I was just about to say, no, you right. Let's keep it moving.
Nah. Okay. So there was some tragedy in Dallas. I don't know if you heard about this story. Pastor's son is charged with murder after shooting the youth minister in a love triangle dispute.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, so this happened, I think it was Easter Sunday.
Lord.
Yeah. So there was a dispute between a youth minister and a pastor's son. So Denzel Branch of New Generation Church in Dallas was shot and killed following the church's Easter service. Denzel Branch was 31, and he had been the youth minister there for several years. The culprit, Josh Bell, 30 years old, was taken into custody following the shooting. Police say that he admitted to shooting Branch. Bell is the son of New Generation Church's founding and lead pastor, Eric J. Andrews. So he is the son of the head pastor at that church. So according to the situation,
sorry.
Okay,
He was getting on my nerves.
sorry.
Okay.
I was like,
It had to go.
I was like, damn, Kelly's really upset over this story. I was like, damn.
Lord, I took her hand.
Yeah, you had a Esther Roll drop the punch bowl moment. Yo, so anyway, Josh Bell, 30, the dude who is the alleged shooter, was in a romantic relationship with Branch's ex-wife, the victim. So after service, the two men got into an altercation near the church. The altercation turned physical when Branch, the victim, reportedly punched Bell in the face through the open window of the car Bell was sitting in. It was said that Bell pulled a gun and began firing. Bell told police that Branch had attempted to flee, but that Bell continued to fire at Branch until he saw Branch laying in the middle of the road. So the self-defense option is kind of out the window.
You know what? The one thing I've noticed at this age in my life.
Yes.
There's a lot of pussies out here.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a lot. I mean, everybody's strapped up, and I get that. But you can't. None of you bitch ass motherfuckers can fight no more. Like, for real, like none of you can fight and just take a L.
I don't know.
Without resulting to the firearm.
I don't know, bro. Because when you think about it, this nigga punched him when he was sitting in his car.
Bro,
so
get out the car and beat his ass.
Right. I get that.
Like, or
yeah.
I can't beat his ass. Let me just drive off. You got me.
I understand. I understand either of those options, but when you punch a nigga,
punch me, you just gonna put. Bang, 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 bang. Not just bang, bitch. No, bang. Bang, 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 bang. Nah, man, come on.
Okay, I'm for shooting the fair one, but if a nigga socks you in the car and you got a gun, I understand pulling the heat out and shooting him. I don't understand killing him, because see what happens.
If you shoot, you're killing them. It's that simple. If you pull, and this is.
Nigga, if you punch me when I'm in my car.
This is my line, yo, no matter what. once it's drawn,
You gotta use it.
You gotta use it.
that's dead man.
Yeah.
That's dead. If you pull it, that's dead man.
Yeah.
There is no in between.
Yeah, and I was with him up until the point. Like, if you punch me in my car and I got a gun next to me, I'm shooting you.
It's still self-defense.
Yeah, it's self-defense.
So once you let off so
I
many more
believe in
times-
shooting the fair one, but if I don't want to shoot clearly, if he get punched in the car, he didn't want to get out the car. He didn't want to shoot the fair one.
The first one is self-defense. All the ones
Yeah,
behind that.
yeah, exactly. And I was with him. If you shot him, but when you follow him and shoot him, that's when I go, that's murder.
Yeah.
But that first shot was self-defense.
It's just a lot of I don't even know what to call them, man. Like, it's just sad that so many people got guns and you resort to using a gun because you can't take a L. And all it is a L. That's all it is. Like, no matter what you say, and I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you. It's self-defense, but whoop-de-whoop, blah, blah, blah. But you can't take a fucking L. That's what it boils down to.
You are correct.
Your heart is so hurt. Your feelings and emotions have been so torn and broken that now the only thing you could think of to do is kill somebody.
Yeah.
You a bitch. You know what I mean? Like, that's just maybe that's just me.
Yeah.
That's just I'm getting old in my age. You know what I mean? I see things different now.
In order to fully assess the situation, I would have to hear what the nigga said before all this shit, before the punch happened. Because the nigga might have been like, get out the car, I want to fuck you. He's like, I'm not getting out the car. And if you punch him, you deserve to get shot because he's already letting you know, I don't want to get physical with you. You know, that's how I feel.
Leave it alone.
I just have to know what was said, you know, in the heat of the moment in order for that situation
What if
to
he
happen.
just said, hey, man, I'm going to beat your ass?
If he said, hey, I'm going to beat your ass.
No, hey, man, like, hey, man, brother, I'm going to beat your ass.
Oh,
like,
punch
you
him?
did say this is the pastor's son and
So,
yeah.
So
all
that
this.
means you threatened me before I shot you.
Yeah.
In the name of Jesus.
You could have pulled out the gun.
He sent him too.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. He sent him to heaven on Easter Sunday.
Did he send him to heaven or is he going to hell? Because you ain't supposed to murder, you know what I mean? Like, thou shalt not kill. Like,
Yeah,
come on
he
now.
said-
You can pick and play with all you want.
Killed that
Play with all
nigga
you want.
on Easter Sunday. And then, like,
He's going to hope he rises again.
yeah, he didn't rise again. It was 3 days later. That nigga was dead on Wednesday.
He was
Went out
still
of
dead.
He was still dead on Wednesday, so there was no resurrection of any type. So yeah, basically they took old boy into custody. I don't know what bail is set at, but basically what happened was dude who shot him was reportedly in a intimate relationship with dude's ex-wife since May of 2023, the victim's wife, and she divorced Branch, the victim, around November 2023. So basically, that dick was so good, she like drew up a divorce in November, 6 months later, after they started fooling with each other in May. So she said, yeah, I got to break up with this
Do
nigga.
that to you.
So that nigga ruined a happy home. And for that, he does deserve to get punched. It's just a situation. You can't do that. You can't run after the nigga and shoot him down like that. One shot is good enough, and that was to get him off your ass. And after that, the other shots was made to take that nigga down. So, you know, I guess what's going to happen is he is going to be found guilty, and he's going to get locked up for, I don't know how long. I don't
And
know.
what state is this in?
This is in Texas.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, nigga, this is Texas, so he might only have 10 years. Nigga be in his middle ages when he get out. He be 40. Yeah.
They don't have that hold your ground shit.
Yeah, they got it.
Okay, so he might get off on that.
No.
Hold your ground shit.
He did. He could have. The issue
Too many
is
shots.
After he did your too many shots.
Yeah, the issue is he chased after him after he shot. Because after he shot him once, dude ran. He's like, oh, shit. I ain't fucking with this. And then he ran, and then dude got out the car, I guess, and chased after him. Or maybe he drove in the car and followed him and chased after him. But the issue is the chasing after him part. That's what's going to get his ass fucked up. But, yeah, hopefully, I don't know what to say in this situation because there's nothing I could say that can make the situation better. But, you know, hey, Pray for that nigga. I don't know.
Amen.
Yeah, amen, nigga. Shit. Damn, you know what the fucked up part is? After all that shit, that nigga didn't get to eat Sunday dinner.
At all.
Yeah, that's the best part of Easter. Nigga couldn't even watch the 10 Commandments with his family. He had to go straight to jail because that happened. That happened right after service.
Sharp as hell in the jail cell.
Yeah, man.
Hey, he gonna look fly in his mugshot there.
Yeah. Hallelujah, nigga. Okay, so there was some other news that was pretty big. I don't know how big this is for other people because I never ate this shit growing up. But there was a huge report that said Lunchables may be recalled not only for the high level of sodium, but large amounts of lead were found in Lunchables.
That hurt my feelings.
It didn't hurt mine because I never ate them shits anyway growing up.
I love them shits.
It's little kid charcuterie.
I eat a fucking Lunchable. Especially the pizza ones. Oh, them was the best.
I've never ate Lunchable. That doesn't even sound right. How do you eat that? Do you put it in the microwave?
No, you take it and you put the sauce on there. You put the cheese on there. I like cheese when I eat the ones with pepperoni on it. Put the cheese on there. You got like a little pizza.
Some shit we shouldn't be eating in the first place.
You damn right about that. Well,
but I ain't gonna front. I used to smash them shits way back in the
my
day.
mom never bought them for me growing up. She said I ain't need that shit.
You don't need it and that's the thing, man. A lot of shit that we eat,
We don't need.
we don't need.
A lot of stuff
and they don't eat that shit overseas.
Other countries,
a lot of shit we eat is banned
Yeah.
in other places because this shit ain't good for you.
You know what's fucked up? My mom had me so trained with that shit growing up. It took me like 10 years to realize I could buy what I wanted in the grocery store as an adult.
And now you know what to and what not to buy.
Yeah, but back in the day, I'd be wanting them sugary cereals, and like my mom's voice would pop up in my head, and she'd be like, "You don't need that." And I'm like 24, and I was just like, "Damn, I guess I don't need that," and I'd walk off. I would like fucking force myself not to buy shit that I knew I wasn't supposed to have, just subconsciously hearing my mom's voice in the back of my head saying, "You don't need that."
You want to know what's even crazier, though?
Yeah.
I ain't going to say I had that voice, but even when I do buy it, that shit goes to waste, and I still don't eat it.
Yeah.
And that'd be the worst thing. I'll buy the shit. My kids will eat it, actually.
Yeah, you know what the fucked up part is? Like, if I buy shit like that, I have to eat it. Otherwise, I feel like I'm wasting my money. So I get if I were to buy Pop-Tarts or Fruit Roll-Ups or that processed shit, and it's all in the cereal aisle, isn't it? It's all right next to the cereal. The Pop-Tarts, the Fruit Roll-Ups, all the fruit snacks.
All this shit you definitely
Yeah,
need
it's just a whole section of processed refined sugar.
Diabetes and
a
whole row of diabetes.
Diabetes, yeah. So I don't buy any of that shit. And plus, it just doesn't taste good anymore. I don't know if you've had a Pop-Tart recently, but them shits do
You know
not.
what I did have recently?
Yes.
A strudel.
A strudel.
Toaster strudel.
Was it good?
I don't know. Like, I can't, like.
That's bad if you don't know if a food is good.
But that's the point. Like, I remember I used to eat them as a kid. Like, I remember Pop-Tarts and strudels, and I hated Pop-Tarts. Like, I got to a point where I couldn't stand Pop-Tarts. So I was like, all right. My mom started buying strudels, and I was like, all right, the strudels are good. But now it's like, when I bit into it, you know, you got your little frosting or whatever, you put the frosting on top. I don't know if that shit's too sweet now, and I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? Or if it's like, I don't know if I should be eating this right now. Maybe this is a dessert.
Exactly.
Like, cause the shit is so
sweet for them.
Yeah.
Breakfast is supposed to be
I'm bruh.
You know what I think it is? I think since they stopped using regular sugar and they got to use all these new sugars and shit, those sugars are sweeter than regular sugar.
because it ain't real sugar.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, they put that shit in there and it makes stuff taste sweeter than, you know,
'Cause
regular
it's
sugar would
gluten-free.
make it. Yeah.
Gluten-free sugar.
Yeah, so I know all that stuff just doesn't taste good to me anymore. The only Pop-Tarts I like are the ones with the chocolate filling in the middle. What?
You said Pop-Tarts with chocolate filling?
Yeah. There were these Pop-Tarts that had the brown dough with the chocolate on top and the chocolate in the middle.
They got Pop-Tarts filled with everything now.
Yeah, nigga, I like the s'mores Pop-Tarts. That's what it was. I didn't say I had refined taste. I just said I like it. I mean, I like what I like, but it's not that great. But back to Lunchables. Lunchables were going to have a recall citing relatively high levels of heavy metals like lead and cadmium and too much sodium. I like how too much sodium was second. Like, there's always been high levels of sodium inside of Lunchables. So they got Lunchables with like 740 milligrams of sodium, which they say is half of a child's recommended sodium intake. And little kids may be catching hypertension and high blood pressures. That's fucked up.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. Little kids need to be on cholesterol medicine.
And again, a lot of the food that we eat here is banned.
Yes.
Sure
like,
is.
that's why it is.
And they have a warning label on it, too, if they do sell it over there.
Almighty dollar is powerful,
That's
man.
crazy.
Okay, so there is a link between cadmium, one of those leads found in there, and a link to it between kidney and bone disease and cancer, which can lead to toxicity over time. There is no safe level of lead exposure for children, so the fact that lead was even found in Lunchables is problematic in itself. Lunchables are not a healthy option for kids and shouldn't be allowed on the menu as part of the National School Lunch Program. Director of Food Policies at Consumer Report says Lunchables are on the school lunch program.
They giving Lunchables out for school lunch.
Boy, kids today got it bad if they giving out Lunchables. I could barely tolerate the freshly made cafeteria food.
That's crazy as hell.
Yeah, so
They giving them out hypertension is what they giving them.
they giving them everything but nutrition and a satisfied
and
meal.
education. They giving them everything but
Pretty much.
shit.
So kids can't get lunch. Kids are better off going to McDonald's and getting that shit. At least that's less processed. You know?
I think Taco Bell has the less process.
Yeah. Taco Bell probably is the healthiest traditional fast food you can get. I would like to think.
Wild too, because their prices have skyrocketed the last time I remember there too.
Really? It's been a minute since I've ate at Taco Bell.
It's been months since I went there. You know, I'm gonna try this. I ain't been here in a while. I think I went up there to get a chalupa or gordita or some shit. I was like, what?
Yeah. I remember the last time I went to Taco Bell, it was when I brought food here from Taco Bell. And it was the only reason I did it. I said it's cheaper for me to spend $20 at Taco Bell and get all these different little things, you know, the tacos and all the different shit they get me in this pack versus buying the shit individually. It was $10 for a combo meal.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
So, you know,
That's ridiculous.
I'd rather pay $20 and get like 7 items that I brought over here versus like
I'd rather just go to the taco truck and
Truck.
get the thorough shit
Exactly.
for $10. Like, they go, man,
exactly.
authentic.
Exactly. I find myself going to taco trucks because there's so many in Raleigh and just going to the taco spots before even thinking of hitting Taco Bell. I only hit Taco Bell when it's late and it's still open and it's one of the few options.
Still know the taco trucks are open at that hour.
Yeah. I might get some tacos on the way to the crib.
I'm thinking about, you know what? Yeah, Kels, I'm going.
Yep.
Where are you going?
To my spot to go get a taco from outside because I know his tacos are banging.
Yep.
Damn, that makes me want a taco. But damn, I wanted to. There's got to be. Well, I live on the popping side of Raleigh, so
Yeah, over there, everything open over there on your side.
I don't know if they got any taco trucks over there.
it
They
don't
got
matter,
open
nigga.
outside
They got
sheets.
cookout.
But they got. You gonna make it in or out around 2 cookout?
Yeah,
Because every time I've been over there, even after I leave my spot and I go over there check my people at the after hours joint, that shit still be popping.
Any
Line.
cookout.
any
That's
cookout
When I
is
leave
popping
here,
after
The
midnight.
one that's right there,
Oh,
they got
I
a
know.
line that's holding up traffic.
That's every cookout.
I know that's every cookout,
That's
nigga.
every cookout. All the way through Nightdale that way. It's
the
every
only
cookout.
non-busy cookout is the one in Cary that closes at like 10.
Yep.
I'm about to say, even the one on Capitol.
Every cookout is popping.
Every cookout. South Finals, everyone.
And that's great because sometimes I want diarrhea at 4 a.m.
What the
cookout
hell are they
is
putting
there.
in cookout food, yo?
I
to
don't
make
know, but
people,
whatever they putting in there, they got people
Bruh, I don't
lined
even
up.
remember. It's been a long time since I had cookout.
And would be patient in line.
It has been a long time since I've had traditional fast food. I think I had McDonald's when I was home last month and my niece and nephew wanted it. And that was like the last time I had McDonald's. And that was the only time I've had it.
I went to Hardee's this morning.
Really?
I was in Pittsburgh. I ain't had no. There
They
weren't
served
any.
chicken at that one you went to? Fried chicken?
I don't know. I was rushing because we had
Ones in my
a
area sell
tournament.
fried
You know what I
chicken.
mean? So I was just rushing.
That's something I've never had is Hardee's fried chicken.
I gotta bring you some. It's banging.
Yo, now when they used to make it, now
Is it better than Bojangles? That's all I need.
yes,
Yes.
Hardee's had some banging. It used
Yes.
when they did make it.
And
I
it's
do
hot
remember.
and fresh.
There's a Hardee's right there up the
In
street
my
from
area,
me.
I got 2. Both of them serve fried chicken.
Yeah, see, ain't no Hardee's over.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? That's going to be on my menu for tomorrow. If
It's
there's
something about that grease. It's a different kind of.
there's a Hardee's
Oh my
up the
God, it's
street
so
from me.
good.
I don't know if they serve fried
I don't
chicken.
think
Not
they
one
serve chicken.
over here. That's fucking hilarious.
The fried chicken ones, you gotta find those like everywhere. You know, like once in the blue, here and there.
I bet
Creedmoor
you-
Road, I think Creedmoor Road. That
Do
was
they
so-
tell you on the website?
I don't know.
They should though, 'cause if you're doing like a order, you're trying to order some shit. They gotta have the shit on the menu if they
I
serve it.
think Creedmoor Road would be the closest one to you. That area.
No,
anyway.
the closest
I know
one
that
to me
shit,
is there's literally 1 mile
Yeah,
from
but
my
I'm talking
house.
about to have chicken, to serve the fried chicken.
Do you know if the one up the street from me serves chicken?
I don't know.
Because that's the one off Jones Franklin.
Oh yeah, shout out to Alpha Dogs, man.
Yeah, shout out to
Johnny,
Alpha
you gotta give me
Dogs.
a dog.
Go get those dogs. We still need to do our taste test. Is Hassan watching?
I don't know, but I would, like I said, that pastrami joint, that pastrami burger, banging.
Well, bruh, yeah, Hassan, if you're watching, we can make your business go like through the roof by
I need a dog.
tasting. Yeah, see?
Carolina dog. You still got those.
Oh, he does Carolina dogs?
I think that's the name of one of them.
We done turned into foodies and shit.
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting. I'd like to try that out. Well, anyway, I'm sitting over here trying to see. First of all, is that Hardee's even open? Because I do not see.
Hold on, because
Yes.
I know we got one topic we ain't covered yet.
Well, I haven't finished, but go.
Okay, well, go ahead.
No, what topic?
You made me listen to an album.
Uh-huh.
You say, yo, make sure you listen to the album so we're going to critique it on the show.
Uh-huh.
I'm so upset with you.
Yeah.
What, Futures?
Bruh.
That shit was hot. What are you talking about?
So it's double-sided to me, okay? Those were it was a 2-volume record.
Yeah.
You should have told me this to bypass volume 1. Because what happened is,
It got better at too.
well, and see, this is I don't know if this is musical growth on his part, or if it's just him getting out just what he wants to get out. He's having fun doing what he does. Because that whole volume 1, I was just, I don't know, I was laughing at it because it's like, is this nigga on some rock star singing shit? Like, wifey, like, he sound depressed. I was like, I don't know if he depressed, but the shit he's saying is funny. Like,
Man,
but it's just a whole bunch of.
Hey, that first joint, I really like. I don't even know if it's considered hip hop. That first joint on the
I don't
album.
think Volume 1 is hip hop at all, except for that track with Jericho on it.
Yeah,
J. Cole.
So we talking about We Still Don't Trust You, Future and Metro's album. That first joint, We Still Don't Trust You. I like that joint with The Weeknd. I like that joint.
Weeknd is all over that album.
Yeah, and I like that joint. He has some joints. I like Jealous. Jealous was dope.
Like I said, I'm not sure if this is growth on his part or he's just out here having fun doing what he wants to do now. Like he's at that point of his career where he could just do whatever the fuck it is he wants to do. And that's what I think that Volume 1 was. He was doing whatever the fuck he wanted to do. He's just having fun. The Volume 2 shit, that's Future. That's the Future I know. I was appreciating that shit. You know what I mean? Trapped out, had niggas all up there, dope beats. You know what I mean? Like, took it back to the streets. That's the Future I'm used to. But the Volume 1, it's like, I don't know if it's growth. I don't know what it was, but maybe I was expecting something else.
I don't know, because there were some joints on Volume 1 that I really fucked with. Like I said, I liked We Still Don't Trust You. I love Jealous. That joint was hot.
The beat of joint was funny. You know what I mean? Like, the beat right. Like, like I said, I can't get into him singing, I guess.
Yeah.
Or whatever that is.
I mean, I get it. I'm not a huge Future fan, so whatever he presents, I can listen to it with an objective mindset.
I like Future, though. So it's like when I hear him in that context,
Yeah.
it's still hard.
Yeah.
It's still like, ugh.
I get it. So, I mean, it was a lot to digest. For those that don't know, Future's album he dropped with Metro Boomin, We Still Don't Trust You.
And shout out to J.Cole because this nigga bodies everything he touches.
Except Kendrick at his own festival.
Oh, God.
Come on, dog. We're not.
I'm just, just call it how. He got to sleep at night, so he got to give Kendrick a pass, you know? Without giving Kendrick a pass, J. Cole would need his little pap machine and all that shit. But Future and Metro Boomin's album is a lot to digest. It is 25 songs. It is an hour and 28 minutes back to back. And it is 2 discs. Why do artists still do disc? Like, are we supposed to have 2 fucking CDs?
Maybe it's a nostalgia type feel.
Yeah. I guess he's trying to separate it and say, okay, this is my experimental shit on disc 1. This is all the shit I was on doing shrooms.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, the volume is, I don't even.
What?
It's as the guy. It's so worldly. All they do is talk about drug use, women, massage. You know what I mean? Just regular shit, but just in a sing song. You know what I mean? A more singing type of Future version. That's
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And it's like he's telling jokes while he does it. That's why I'm like, the shit is cool, but it's just different. I couldn't really get into it because it's so different from this nigga.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. That's kind of the gift and curse of being a Future fan. When you're like expecting a certain amount of music to come from them, anything that differs from that is going to disappoint you. And in Future's case, I'm not a huge Future fan. I mean, I'll listen to him when a DJ spins him in the club or whatever, but, you know, I'm not somebody who normally seeks his music out on my own. So when I heard this album, you know, I didn't have an expectation for it. I didn't expect it to be bad. I didn't expect it to be good. I just expected it to be Future. So when I heard it, some of them joints, like, I can accept it. Like, I don't know if you like Jealous, but that was, like, my favorite song so far that I can remember from the album. And it was dope to me. That's why I was like, I didn't know what you were talking about. This one was pretty dope. This too just had it had a couple tracks on there I fuck with, but it just seemed like there was more filler on this too. Well, actually, I take that back. There was more filler on this one.
It was more. I was about to say, just it's something, and like it's probably just my expectations and what I was expecting. That's all.
Kelly, did you hear the album?
I heard different songs. I didn't like listen to the whole thing though.
Well, what did you think about what you heard?
I mean, it's Future.
Yeah,
No, I like Future, so I vibe with it.
Like One Big Family, nigga, I was cracking up. One Big Family, I was like, yo, this nigga's basically talking about polygamy, yo.
Yeah.
Like this nigga's having a ball making music, nigga, and it's like he's telling jokes or having humor in the songs, nigga. Like
it's just what Future's good for, you know, making shit funny.
And shout out to The Weeknd. I am a Weeknd fan. I'm not gonna lie. I do like The Weeknd.
Yeah, he's cool.
But he's all over the album too, though, and that's why. Because when he comes in, it's like, okay, now I can hear Weeknd, I can hear that. But when I don't know, man, I'm gonna leave it alone. I still am.
What's wrong?
I just like Volume 2 better than Volume 1.
I like Volume 1. I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't heard Volume 2 enough times to really differentiate. I purposely played Volume 2 like later today when I was walking just to hear the separation between the two albums. And I just didn't hear enough of it to say
and Volume 1 is more rhythmic. It's like a R&B type.
It's more of a vibe.
Yeah, it's just a different type of vibe. Just a completely different vibe than Volume 2 to me when I listen to it.
No, I get what you're saying, and like I said, I understand where you're coming from as a fan of Future, but you know, like I said, as not being a fan of Future, it's easier for me to just accept whatever it is he was trying to do. And
so basically, do you want to hear the nigga sing about doing drugs, or would you rather
do you want to hear him rap
about doing drugs? Like
it's just whatever vibe I'm on. I get why I get how you can vibe the Future, like because it's like the more and more liquor I get in me, the more and more he makes sense when I'm listening to him.
And
so.
it's the music. That's what I'm saying. Like sometimes you don't even understand everything the nigga's saying, but the melody in the song, you're already just like.
Or you get on the level that he on, you start to understand.
Interesting. Well, I thought it was a pretty good album. We're going to see how it affects the streets. I'm pretty sure you'll hear some of these songs in the club, whether it's the dance nightclub or the strip club. You will be hearing some of these songs from these albums. Women will get pregnant to this album and abort the child to this album. So that's what.
You could have left that last one out.
Well, I'm just saying,
if
you're going to abort your child, you need a soundtrack to it.
And Future is that soundtrack?
Yeah, I play Future and I play Billie Jean by Michael Jackson. Just to add some insult to injury. But we're going to keep it moving right along. I can feel the piercing stare of Kelly cutting through my skin. But Fat Joe was lying on niggas again, which has become a trend for Fat Joe.
Hey, he told us all this raps. He just makes shit up and raps about it.
Yeah. Well, this wasn't a rap. Okay. Fat Joe was on the Roommates the Roommate Show podcast when he said Kevin Durant ran out of Rucker Park. So basically he was telling the story about how Kevin Durant was playing a game in Rucker Park and put up around 82 points at Rucker Park, and people got so mad at him that they ran KD out of Rucker Park.
They said Fat Joe's a fat head-ass
liar. So KD did respond and said, it's another podcast lie. It was nothing but respect and love out there that night. Didn't feel unsafe for 1 second. So this is another time Fat Joe has been caught in a lie and leans back. So I don't know what the deal is with Fat Joe when he tells these stories, because a lot of them can be verified, and the people actually did verify. There were people who had camera phone footage of KD that night playing at Rucker, and I guess they decided to post it on the internet, and it just showed Kevin Durant playing basketball with everybody, and when the game was over, he was still there dapping it up, hanging with people, kicking it, and there was no evidence of any hostility towards KD or KD being ran out of the park. So there was a lot of embellishment by Fat Joe that a lot of people disagreed with, but this is just another episode of what Joe does. He lies. And I don't understand what the point of this lie was when he knew there was camera phone footage and that there was people to verify. You can't get away with lies anymore. That's why when I lie to women, all my lies are before 2005. There's nothing to verify. There's no Ring camera. There's no cell phone footage. You're just going to have to take my word. There was only CCTV, and every place didn't have it because it was expensive. So, yeah, you got to watch out with those lies because in the end, it just makes you look bad. And speaking of lying celebrities, did you hear about K. Michelle being in the news?
She's starting to get annoying.
Yes.
They're trying to get the recognition because everybody forgot about it.
You know what? The one thing I can say about that and what leads into this,
yes,
people say things just for attention. They just want attention. Yeah. They just want attention so bad.
So you think Keisha Cole said what? K. Michelle said, see, all the hood rat R&B singers sound alike to me.
Yeah, leave Keisha out of this.
Yeah, I'm going to leave Keisha out of this. She's busy frying up those fish plates. For those that...
she talking about she wants some tacos, too.
Okay, for those not knowing what I'm talking about, K. Michelle recently posted on Instagram saying she can't be around a man that cries in front of her. She basically said any man that cries in front of her is a man she will not take serious. And
I said that shit,
So, Kelly, what do you think? Would you look at a man different if he cried in front of you?
No, I sure wouldn't.
It depends on what it is before I lose,
I wouldn't. I mean, a man's not going to cry in front of you if it's like some small bullshit.
It depends.
But,
He could be a bitch-ass nigga.
And if they do, that kind of nigga, no. A bitch ass nigga to just cry over anything, no. But if it's a man that cry, you know what I'm saying? I don't see nothing wrong with a man crying. So if it's something that he need to let out emotionally, let that shit out. I'll be the shoulder you cry on. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't see that as a problem.
I just think that's some bullshit because I started crying over certain parts of shows now and shit.
Well, I don't know about all that.
Older.
It might be that too. And shit, if I can't cry in front of my woman, goddamn, who the fuck am I supposed to cry in front of?
Right.
Like, is crying not a normal emotion for people?
It depends on what it is and what it's about.
Bro, fuck that. If you have an emotion, this is why everybody's fucking scarred now. Why everybody need mental health, mental health issues. You can't have emotions. You're supposed to be able to have emotions. Like, just because you have an emotion doesn't mean that shit's wrong.
Right.
It doesn't mean that. What you do during the emotion, now that's something entirely different. But just having the emotion, experiencing the emotion, like, Jesus Christ. That dehumanizes a person now. A man can't be a man because he cries.
Exactly.
I don't mind it.
And now she says she's the man because he cries.
Yeah. And that's irony, because if you're a man dating K. Michelle, she's going to do some fuck shit that's going to make you cry. And
She cry. So what did that make her?
And
you know
you
what I'm
don't-
saying? Like, you ain't gonna date him because he cries, but when you cry, what is that? You say you the man.
And you don't know when a man cries. You don't know what emotion it could be. It could be sadness. It could be anger. That nigga about to.
It could be happiness. That's why it could be a range of emotions.
Yeah.
That nigga could be crying so he don't kill you.
That's what I was saying. He might be crying, shedding them tears because he about to back smack the shit out you. And the only thing holding him back from.
You goddamn got him crying.
Yeah, and he can't see it coming down his eyes, so he's got to make the song cry. And you sitting there fucking with him, you don't know what that nigga is gonna do. That nigga gonna, yeah, exactly.
I hate both of y'all.
Yeah. Oh, so what was so special then? But yeah, you don't know what's going through a person's mind. But this is K. Michelle. I think she's like mentally damaged, and I just think
She's always been kind of fucked up in here.
she says random weird shit just to get a reaction out of people.
I think she just wants a reaction.
Yes.
And then it's
Nobody's
like, all
talking
right,
about
so
her,
now you know it. Most men, I need to make sure I keep my distance from her. I can't even fucking have an emotion around her.
her. So yeah, I hope she has somebody special in her life now. Otherwise, it's gonna be very hard.
No, because he cry.
Look, I'm out here in fucking Carolina. The pollen got me crying. Like, the fuck?
You know,
Well, that's different.
No, how? To who?
it's still
According to
tears
who?
coming down your eyes.
Well, it's not based off an emotional issue.
It is emotional. This shit gets on my nerves. I'm sick of this shit.
I think that's happening to me. Yo, yesterday I was outside and my throat was hurting. I'm like, what
Out
the
of
fuck?
nowhere. It's pollen, bruh.
Yeah.
But bro, I don't have pollen issues. I didn't grow. I'm immune to
You
that
have
shit.
matter.
pollen issues, but as you get older, you can develop them.
Damn,
Yes.
that's how it happens. So like when we're born, we're immune to a lot of shit, and as we get older, it helps us.
Yeah.
It helps your body to fucking start
So
to
I'm
adapt
more
to it.
susceptible to AIDS now.
Lord of His mercy.
God,
We were for pollen and damn AIDS.
I'm just saying, your body breaks down and becomes more susceptible to shit as you get older. So your chances of getting
You went
AIDS
from tree
increases.
sperm to people sperm.
Right.
Like, gee.
Well, I mean, hey, it's all the same. What if pollen gave you AIDS? It is sperm.
Oh man, the trees gonna have to have some problem. Me and these trees and these.
That means everybody
flowers.
got it.
Yeah,
We
I
all
know.
Because you
got
got to
that.
breathe from the trees. Like,
Yeah,
I
I
don't know
know.
a person breathing that's not from the trees.
And the tree didn't even have gay sex to do it. They were
There's
sharing
a bunch
needles.
Of flower nut going around, and
Come
we
on,
need to
man.
protect
I
ourselves
don't
from
like
flower
where
nut.
this is going.
So we need
I don't appreciate where
sinus
this is going.
condoms to keep them together.
Hey, do you think the trees like grunt when they bust pollen? Ah, and then pollen.
Flowers
shoots
like,
out?
ooh.
Yeah, the tree bust a nut.
Wouldn't that be the bees?
Yeah.
The what?
Never mind.
Hey, in the winter, do you think the trees
These
get blue
flowers,
balls?
They all nut yellows. So, damn it, I'm sick of this shit.
The trees
Blow
get
yours
blue.
and get
The
yellow.
the trees get blue balls in the winter, and then when the spring comes, they just bust.
Boo.
Oh, there's no pollen in the wintertime, nigga. Them niggas ain't
I've been holding this
aroused.
shit all 3 seasons.
Yeah, that nigga
It's time for me
said-
to bust this through.
Yeah. He's like, I've been holding this shit since Christmas, nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why they ride out when they don't bust.
Yeah.
I hate y'all.
Them niggas. And that's why the worst pollen is the first pollen, because them niggas be
Where are you?
them
How-
niggas
see,
be
Brandon,
backed
you would
up.
keep us on topic if you were here. I don't know how the hell we got here.
The niggas be back. We was talking about K. Michelle. Of course,
And
it
we
leads
went
to
we then
semen.
went to like nut
She is a nut at times.
Yeah, well, I mean, what else are you gonna do with K. Michelle? You gonna marry her and raise a family, or are you gonna drop some semen and keep it moving?
I'm just gonna keep it moving.
Exactly.
I'm just gonna keep it moving.
K. Michelle. But hey, I'm out of topics. Did you have anything we needed to cover that we did not?
Man, all I want to do is I want to say I need positive energy from my family. I got my uncle not doing so well, so he's dealing with some issues, and I just hope everything goes well for that side of the family. Yes. You know what I mean? That's my
positive
mom
vibes.
And my dad. That's a road kid, road dog, my family. You know what I mean?
I hope everything goes right.
That's all. Just positive healing energies.
That's definitely good. I don't know how to transition this into some good advice I was going to give people.
It's Saturday night. You know the vibes.
Yeah, the vibes.
Drinking and driving. The next time I got something popping, I'm going to promote it. Other than that, see me in these streets at my normal location.
Do we have anything that we need to promote between now and next Saturday when we do the show?
Next Saturday. I don't know, man. All I know is it's AAU season. Again, so for all
you gotta
my
go
traveling
to
sports parents, I don't know if I'm going there or they're going to have it here. I don't know yet. But it's up in there. I might be in Winston-Salem next week. But to all my parents in sports,
that's Branson.
Keep your head up. I know this road is rough. It is going to be a rough traveling road ahead of us all. And I know that when you get to the door and you've already paid your fee for the AAU team, and you get to the door, and then they say it's going to cost you $20 per person, and you're like, but I paid for a uniform and I paid for the gym practices.
They still charge. You got to pay to get into the game,
and the motherfucker looks you dead in the eye and says it's going to be $20 at the door for everybody that's with you, and I got 3 people, only 1 player. So for all my family, all my sports families in the circuit, I hope it pays off for y'all one day, man, because I'm hoping it pays off for me too. It's time. It's effort. And your child, when they don't have the passion, it makes you go crazy. So when they do have it, just make sure that you encourage it and you promote them and push them to that.
Push them.
Other than that, it's FTK.
Yep.
Wait a minute, that's fucked up.
What? That was beautiful, Budha.
You're telling me they charge you more money to get into the game, even though they know you're with one of the players?
I'll put it to you like this. It ain't but so many black kids with each team or whatever, so even
in basketball?
Nigga, we're talking about something you still have to pay for.
Yeah.
You still got to pay for things. You know what I mean? Like even down to jerseys and practice locations and things like, so you're still paying. Everybody doesn't have fun, so it's still like a private type of circuit. But then you still got to travel to go showcase what you've been practicing. You see what I'm saying? That's gas, that's time. Then the facility that you're using, whatever gym you go to, you don't normally practice there. Yeah, they want you to pay them for using their facility now. $20. Unless your kid is under 6. How many of us traveling with 6-year-olds somewhere if we don't have to?
I don't know. And you had a game today?
Bruh, I got games today. I got games next weekend.
Y'all must have lost today because I ain't hearing nothing about the actual game.
Nobody asked me, man. Look, as far as our AAU team, shout out Team Peligro, we went 3-0, won the championship today, blew everybody out by damn near 20 points or more. Fuck you talking about.
Okay.
Yimmy is a superstar on his team. Let me
He's
take that
a LaMelo.
Let me take that back. Yimmy is a great team player for his team. He knows how to pass. He knows when to pass, where to pass, and he can get buckets. And he's an excellent defender. You sick the pit bull in the trap, game over.
They run plays? Oh, screens and shit? I didn't know
this is real organized. This is AAU. Okay. This is real basketball. Organized, referees, game clocks, whistles, paperwork, all that shit. Parents in the stands cheering for real. Like, it's intense fucking 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. We in here like we're at a real fucking 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock NBA professional. It is intense.
Oh,
it gets
real.
intense.
It's
every game
real.
that happens, no matter how young, it gets intense.
Yay. Right.
So that's what I'm saying. These circus men, they're fun, they're draining, they're exhausting. Mm-hmm. So if you got a child that's in it and they love what they're doing, if they love it, then push them to it. If not, FTK, man.
I totally get what you're saying.
Not FTK, dog. Because it's, bro, you can't be more passionate than the person that's doing it. You can't be. It makes it even worse.
Interesting. Cool. Well, I hope one day to have a child irresponsibly, and I hope that's the only way to do it at this age.
Hey, now you know what some fucked up bullshit is too?
Yeah.
You might have one irresponsibly, and that could be the best athlete ever because if
That's
they
what I'm
single
saying.
kids have that grudge.
Yeah.
Oh, my dad ain't here. Fuck that nigga. I'm about to go even harder.
And there's athletics in my DNA. Just skip me. My dad was athletic, so hopefully my child will. Actually, I'm athletic. I was just fat, so I never took advantage of it. So maybe my dad wanted me to do shot put. That's the mark of a fat nigga, when everybody's pushing you into the shot put.
Branson, you got some closing arguments for us tonight?
Yeah, Branson came.
Nah, I'm good. What up, people?
Branson missed out on all the topics because he just came in like 5 minutes ago. And he missed out on the Dreamville recap. J.Cole apologizing. Drake's response this.
Nope. You said no. Now we closing out, so you're going to have to hold it.
You're going to have to do.
You're going to hold it like these trees.
You're going to have to do a solo show tomorrow.
I'm not going to be here next week either, but I got somebody coming though.
That's perfect.
Who's coming next week? We can start promoting. Delorcia. Delorcia, who's on Kingpin's show.
That's my homegirl.
Okay. Delorcia from Kingpin's show will be joining us from next week's show.
Next week there will be a special guest in the building. I hope y'all enjoyed the show
I
tonight.
won't be here. No.
So we got 2 spaces open.
So it's going to be Dub and Delorcia.
It'll be.
Nah, I might. I don't do a lot.
Who is Delorcia? Because I don't know
when
if I
last
can do
time.
podcast.
Hold on. Well, answer me this. Did I get good numbers when I was on camera with you the last time?
Yes.
I did.
Everybody was like, who's that ugly nigga hanging with B.D.U.B?
Yeah, of course.
But you did get responses. People didn't say anything negative.
Where does J. Cole's career go from here?
Down.
Nope.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
Tree sperm. That's tree sperm.
Gotta go.
You got to hold that for the season.
Bro, you
homie.
Nicki Minaj at Dreamville. You like.
No, he rim. He's having technical difficulties.
Yeah, this nigga just walked
Remo,
off the
whatever
stage.
that nigga name.
But yo, that's it for the show tonight. Thank y'all for joining us. No drinking and driving.
LLP.